Let's start with a fast, brutal knockout by Pooja Tomar in her fight against Tenzin Pema. Tomar needed just 15 seconds to finish her opponent with some vicious combinations.
क्राउड में हमें पूजा के लिए चीयर सुनाई दे रहा है और बढ़िया लेग किक, हेड किक, क्या बात है। ये रिप्ले यहाँ से शुरुआत हुई, एक लात लगी लेग पे, उसके बाद मुक्के, दूसरी हेड पे मुक्के, नॉन स्टॉप मुक्के, और यहाँ पे 10 बीच में आए और उन्होंने फाइट को रोका। ये देखिए।
Next up, Silvia Monteiro versus Farida Abdueva. Right from the start, Abdueva pressed forward, overwhelming Silviana in both the grappling and striking departments. By the end of the round, Silviana was completely outclassed, and Farida finished her with piercing strikes near the cage.
Round.
Next, Lindsay Kelly versus Amanda Ferreira. In the first round, Kelly came out strong, applying intense pressure that gave Amanda some problems.
Post up and start wall walking up.
Ooh, big shots there by
like
Kelly.
that. She ate a couple, but she's up. Create the space and move. Nice left hand from Amanda Ferreira.
Another nice left hand. That left hand of Amanda Ferreira is money.
Ferreira just kind of getting hurt. Oh, big takedown here for Kelly.
But the second round is where Kelly paid for her over-aggressive fighting style, as Ferreira caught her coming in with a brutal spinning back fist.
Nice, I like it.
Oh! Beautiful spinning back.
This fight's over.
That's it.
Wow. Spinning back fist on the button.
Let's move on to a brutal, grueling fight between Lisa Golden and Maia Paneiaga. The first round was pretty successful for Lisa, who clearly wanted to keep the fight on the ground.
Golden got popped and then looked to change levels. I mean, that's usually how it goes. She got it turned and able to scrap her way out of it. Lots of time left here.
But in the second round, Maia adapted, starting to land short but powerful shots as Lisa rushed in too hard for takedowns.
Yeah, every time they break apart, Lisa's chin is just up in the air. Yeah, it's Barbosa cracking. Yeah, Lisa doesn't like it, so every time she...
By the second half of round 2, Lisa was badly busted up, and Maia continued landing strikes from close distance, until the referee had seen enough.
She lets her back up. Lisa needs to tuck that chin to keep her hands up. She is staggered. Yeah, she backed right up to the cage. Yeah, Maia could just take her back down and finish what she started, or just break off the strike. There's less than 30 seconds to go. Lisa needs to tuck her chin and keep her hands up. 10 seconds left here. The referee's going to stop, and he does.
Next up, Alexander Savicho versus Zarema Aloeva. This one ended almost too fast. Alexander came out and just starched Zarema within the first 30 seconds of the fight.
Боксинга, я думаю, она понимает, что идти вперед лишний раз не стоит.
Так быстро. И остановка. Вот так вот.
Ударная техника Александра.
Next, Wanda Ward versus Elizabeth Karen. Elizabeth didn't want any of that distance work with Wanda. Right away she tried to make the fight ugly, with a lot of clinching and stalling. But by the end of the first round, she suddenly decided it was time to bang. She completely flipped the switch and started brawling with the champ Ronda, and that ended very badly for her. On to the next one, Chris Cyborg vs Kelsey Wikström. Former UFC champ Chris Cyborg didn't waste any time in this one. She pressed the action right away and managed to land a kill shot by the second minute of the fight.
Oh my God, an overhand right directly on the temple. Wikström is down and out, falls flat on her face. Referee Ray Corona waves it off. Hand right on the forehead. Oh, she
one
rolled
shot.
flat down. Okay.
Hello,
Hand
hello.
right.
Hey, I just want to say congratulations, Chris Cyborg.
night.
At one time I was standing in line to get your
Wikström
autograph, but now I
tried.
want to...
Next up, Sandy Ryan vs Alexandra Wuyovic. Sandy Ryan showed some really crisp body-to-head work in this fight. She confidently took the center of the ring, pressed her opponent back to the ropes, and unleashed some vicious combinations.
Will come their way.
Keep the distance as she did there, and then step away and find another opening, and this time at her corner. Ryan now with a chance to score an impressive win. Works away to the body, and this time Wuyovic. Brilliant work from Sandy Ryan.
Next, Elif Turhan vs Kana Brown. Another super fast finish on our list. Kana came out with one intent, to stand and bang in the center of the ring. But Elif wasn't intimidated by that challenge. She accepted it and ended up being the only one left standing after the first exchange.
Nothing but a war, is it? When you've got two fighters who come to fight.
Oh!
There you go, look.
Left hand there, she really loads up and plants. Oh! It's a huge left hook from Elif Turhan and Shauna Brown. The referee's having a look and he's been waved off. And let's look at these huge shots. There was one that stunned her first.
She takes a step back there, Shauna Brown. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, and then she just caught it.
Look at the rotation of the hips and the shoulder.
Next up, Natalia Dekova vs Mila Sundell. These two warriors went to war from the opening round, with neither fighter willing to back down.
World champion strikers, and right away they are starting off very quickly, Mitch.
Just so violent when she exchanges.
On Dekova, then this victory, if she's able to do it against Mila Sundell. Another right hand.
You can just see the scorecard on the reddened face of Sundell from these shots.
In the second round, Sundell began to take control of the fight, applying relentless and brutal pressure. Dekova attempted to fire back with counters, but Sundell was simply too relentless. She went on to finish Natalie by the end of the second round.
Against Mila Sundell. Spinning back kick. Just over the halfway mark of the second round.
Yeah, she has. That's a nice little combination there thrown by running Sundell into some shots.
We are in the final 20 seconds of the second round.
And she's going to need to, because the first two, success here with her signature aggressive style. Ooh, nice body shot.
Oh my goodness, Dekova's up! Dekova's up! Sundell and Dekova toward the end of the second! Job done.
Yeah, the body shot. Look at that. Got it started, and then you can see the delayed reaction. Right there, boom, short shot, hook to the body. Dekova, body shot was the key to victory, Ray, and wow.
Next, Satoko Ozawa vs Mona Kimura. Right from the opening bell, Kimura began brutalizing Ozawa with sharp, precise striking, busting up her face early in the fight. By the second round, it reached its logical conclusion, as the referee had seen enough of Kimura's dominance and stepped in to stop the bout. Let's move on to the fight between Joselly, Aoyo and Ladies Martinez. Martinez decided the feeling out process wasn't for a savage like her, and she immediately put heavy pressure on Joselly, trying to take her out early. But Joselly stayed composed and slowly but surely started to outstrike Martinez.
Todo, la verdad. ¡Ay, la agarra Joselly muy bien abajo y arriba! ¡Ay!
La prendió con la derecha y también con la izquierda y después el ganchito que también entró a la región blanda. Le repite aquí la princesa Tapatía. Se derrumba apenas completando el primer minuto.
Rematándola con upper, debe de seguir así, no debe dejar que entre así como lo está haciendo 1-2. Rematar de upper y rematar abajo como lo está haciendo.
By the second round, the difference in level was obvious. Joselly kept landing clean punches until the ref had seen enough.
A castigar, Jocelyn Arroyo, parece que se va la lona la máquina.
Prender con el ataque del principio, supo defenderse y tomar ella el control.
Y aquí otra vez un buen impacto de mano de la izquierda, la pone en malas situaciones, parece que se acaba la pelea. Se acaba la
de la pelea y por el resultado podría uno pensar que se trató de una pelea fácil, pero no, señores, el ataque de la panameña decidido, con todo, furibundo al comienzo de la pelea, puso en serios apuros a Jocelyn por un instante.
Último knockout, escucho Marco Barrera.
Y demostrando que está agarrando muchísima experiencia, porque no se achicó, todo lo contrario, cuando un peleador sale.
Next up, Adonic versus Helena Connard. This one turned into an all-out war. A classic puncher versus counter-striker battle. Connor pressed the action relentlessly, clearly willing to take a shot to land one of her own. Meanwhile, Ada relied more on her footwork, doing a solid job countering while moving backward.
Bardzo dynamicznie i bardzo mocno, cały czas, jak to się mówi, tańcząc w defensywie, ale niebezpieczny teraz cios.
I na miękkich nogach poszła do narożnika.
Ojej, co tu się w tej chwili dzieje? Kilka mocnych ciosów, ale Belbijka mocno bije. Aż się zaczyna martwić o Andę.
Porusza się, no teraz jakby jest lepiej, nie idzie na wymianę.
Nie dawa się w bijatykę, bo to dziewczyna mocna jest. Ona tylko może w taki sposób.
No przetrzymała drugą rundę, ale proszę.
After 5 grueling rounds, Helen's aggressive, straightforward approach finally paid off. She caught Ada clean on the button and switched her lights out.
Bijatyki, pyk i do tyłu, tak jest. Ojej, nie może tak lecieć, przestawiać, bo Adrianna jest, jak to się mówi, zraniona, skaleczona jest. Och, mówiłem, że jest skaleczona, mówiłem, że jest zraniona. Koniec.
Poddał ją kaskadem.
Koniec.
Next, Jamie Mitchell versus Clark Skellyy. Early on, it was a competitive, technical matchup, but both fighters were throwing with serious intent.
22 pounds and up as of late for most of her career.
And when she starts getting pushed back, she keeps her chin in the air. Right there by J.D. Mitchell. When Skellyy comes in, she is she's stepping backwards.
In the third round, Jamie started tagging Skellyy with heavy shots, and it wasn't long before one of them sealed the deal.
Taking advantage of opening. Nice left hook there with the legs again. And this is it. This should stop this fight. This should stop this fight. And they do stop it.
Next up, Fulmer versus Jennifer Miranda. This one ended almost as quickly as it started, as Miranda dropped Kylie hard early on.
Jennifer Miranda with the knockdown. She's applying the pressure over Fulmer, and that'll end it. And as we take a look back at the knockout, what a shot for Jennifer Miranda.
Beautiful overhand right there, put Kylie right to the mat. She came out fast, stayed on top of her, and it was over before Vegas knew what happened.
An absolute gladiator battle was put on by Selena Barios and Aida Satibaldinova. From the opening bell, both women stood toe-to-toe, throwing heavy bombs.
Is that wise jawbreaker to go away from maybe what you're used to doing and try to... Oh, here's some big shots already. Maybe she's decided to forget all that. Big hook to the body.
And step away from your true self. Maybe it's not that good.
Another big straight right hand by Selena. Another big straight right hand. Left hook.
Look at
she keeps coming forward.
Come on, 10 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Final few seconds of the first round. Aida hanging in there, but Selena, well, let's face it, I mean, but you know, this girl's chased a dream. She took her life savings to come here. She didn't grow up with boxing like Selena did. As Selena once again landing big combinations early.
The fight came to a conclusion in the first round, and the ending was even more brutal for Aida than the battle that led up to it.
But as focused as Selena is, I don't know how she's going to do that.
Yeah, Selena continues to land combinations. Satibaldinova still swinging, still hanging in.
But you never know what could happen. But
that's it. That's it. Oh my God! God, it's over. Big right hand.
Next, a fast finish from Lucero Acosta in her fight with Alison Breeden. Alison came in hard, pressuring Acosta and trying to make the fight ugly.
To get La Loba a victory. Acosta with her back towards the fence, now she gets...
But by the second half of the round, Lucero adapted and started landing sharp counters. One of them really hurt Alison, giving Lucero the opportunity to knock her out.
How do you mimic the fight game? Good upstairs kick. Breeden's been a spectator, but she came in hard with that right. Height advantage. Leaving herself open, but Acosta unloading now. Multiple punches, combination after combination. More from Acosta. Looking to go. Right hand caught her on the button. It's over. The doctors, the punches started coming and it was an avalanche. Inside, got her groggy, but look at those. Those are all connected. Those right hands all connected. That one. Breeden walked into a storm. And that straight left and that right on the chin.
If Alina Dalaslan is fighting, fireworks are guaranteed, and she absolutely delivered against Gumiena. Gumiena is tough as nails, she absorbed every shot the Savage threw at her. But like I always say, no matter how tough you are, every human has a breaking point.
Beide feuern hier wieder. Alina trifft mit ein paar Seitenattacken.
Ja, und ich glaube, da merkt man jetzt eben diesen...
harter Konter.
For Gumiena it came in the third round, after a barrage of piercing strikes rearranged her face.
Bei Step weich zu kochen. Schöner Pushkick hier zum Körper.
Und geht
da ist sie einer runter.
Hinterher. Und harte Haken.
Komplett kompromisslos. Shootet sie hier rein, bombardiert ihre Gegnerin mit Schlägen und jetzt hat sie die Lunte gerochen.
Ja, dieser linke Pushkick bereitet immer wieder gut vor und dann diese Haken von außen.
Die Retourkutsche in Form von ein paar saftigen Schlägen. Vor so einer Kulisse in Prag, vor 30.000 Zuschauern. Was für eine Leistung.
Und jetzt ist sie hier ganz kurz vor dem Finish.
Gumiena dreht sich weg, die rennt in die Schläge rein, sie geht runter.
Der Kampf vorbei.
Next up, Momoko Yamazaki vs. Liby. This one ended fast, as both fighters came out trading heavy shots until Liby landed a brutal kill shot that sealed it.
少し近づいてきたリビーです。ローキック。一方のリビーもミドルキックからワンツーを放っていきます。ミラン左フック、そして殴り合いになっていく。首相撲から左を放っていくリビー。もろ差しの体勢です。打ち合い殴り合い、おっとリビー。なんとリビーが山崎猛虎を沈めた。
すごい。
相手のことを心配してるね感じがありますよね、この選手はね。この右です。そして左、これが当たりました。
左フックですよね。
左フックから右の追撃ですね。
見えないところで当たりましたよね。
完全に。
Another fast and brutal finish came in the fight between Clara Pennequin and Coralie Robert. At the 2-minute mark of the first round, Clara landed a beautiful combination that sent her opponent to the shadow round for a few seconds.
Yeah,
in and out a little bit too much. So it needs to be busier. There you go. Oh, that was nice. Shot. She is out. Put her straight out. That did.
Still in a bit of shock.
She's
What's
a lot of
happened?
shock, but I mean, she was. It wasn't immediately.
Yeah, we see.
And there was that beautiful high kick that just whipped round the side of the head. Beautiful.
Really on the tempo. Great shot landed.
Let's move on to the fight between Ana Clara and Andrea Santos. The first 2 rounds were back and forth, with a lot of grappling.
Ih, pegou, hein? Não pegou não, tá frouxo. Agora pendurou, agora complicou, hein? Jogou o peso ali, ó. Mas ó o braço, deixou o braço. Saiu, subiu, montou!
But in the third round, Clara decided enough of this snooze fest and started dropping super tough Andrea until her body couldn't take the punishment anymore.
Vamos falar de quem pensa e quem faz. Oh! Meu Deus! Ah! É Bahia, rapaz!
E tá em Nárnia,
Sabe
Andrea.
quem treina o boxe dessa menina? O Geladeira!
Next up, Poliana Viana vs Amanda Reebas. Amanda kept pressing the action, while Viana did a great job catching her with the sharp counters on the way in, doing serious damage on Amanda's face early.
Esperta, bom pisão frontal agora da Poliana Viana, mas a Amanda Reebas já pressiona.
Certamente, Van Bruno, o camp das atletas é justamente feito que a Amanda Reebas vai muito bem no jiu-jitsu, na luta de solo.
Reebas wasn't fazed by the blood and kept charging forward, like her chin was made of granite, or like Viana had pillow fists. That illusion didn't last long. By the end of the round, Poliana unleashed a vicious series of counter shots that led to a brutal knockout victory.
Tá indo muito bem a Poliana, frustrando as tentativas de queda no nariz a Amanda Reebas.
Tenta agora o chute baixo, a Poliana Viana. Boa combinação, responde bem com a esquerda da Amanda Reebas. Bem ali boxeando a Poliana Viana, mas a esquerda da Amanda Reebas foi muito boa agora, hein? Olha só como ela vai cortando, olha só a combinação. Poliana Viana tentou ali, acabou de se desequilibrando. Que petardo de direita! Sentiu a Amanda Reebas. A Poliana vai no ground and pound para terminar. Um nocautaço, ela se aproveitou. No que fez ali, o desequilíbrio, uma bomba de direita. O Roman, foi questão de tempo de novo, ó, repara, escorregou, bum, a direita entrou, tirou Amanda Reebas dos trilhos.
A fast and vicious finish showcased Albina Moljanova in her fight against Neslihan Molagulu. Albina applied intense pressure from the start, overwhelming her opponent and forcing her to retreat early. Albina had Neslihan trapped in the corner and began unloading a barrage of heavy shots.
Albina Moldajanova қарсыласын бірінші раундта жеңіп қалу әбден мүмкін. Аперкот, тамаша, тоқтату керек бұл жерде төреші. Көп соққы алып қойды түрік боксшысы арасында.
The ref stepped in with a count, and Molagulu ultimately decided she had taken enough for the night.
Ал екінші жекпе-жегін Альбина RCC Boxing промоутер компаниясының.
On to the next one, Erica Bumagawo vs Clara Rubio. This fight also ended quickly. Just 1 minute into the bout, Erica caught Clara with a perfectly timed body shot and brought the fight to an immediate finish.
Already landing some big shots early here in the first round against Rubio to center, but both these ladies coming out from various angles. From Bumagawo, he's seen that in the past and knew that was going to be a problem. And she lands a huge. She wanted to prove that she could get a knockout finish, going to the body, delayed. It was too much. A big straight right hand to the midsection.
Another first round finish featured Fatima Dudiva in her fight against Tamara Melkoyan. After about a minute of feeling out process, Dudiva decided to unleash the beast within and began bombarding Tamara with heavy shots, sealing the deal just before the buzzer.
Левый крюк попадает сейчас Фатима. Это хорошая заявка для первого раунда.
Дудиева очень агрессивно начала работать раз за разом, да.
Есть у нее одна победа досрочная. Снова попадает она 2 раза. Много ударов она начала пропускать, хорошо попадает.
И немножко поплыла, мне кажется, Тамара.
Даже не немножко.
Дудиева бросилась добивать, и это
и
нокаут.
Остановка, да.
Next up, Andrea Vasquez versus Ana Laura. After a quiet first round with limited action, Vasquez began to apply smart pressure in the second, pressing Laura against the cage and dictating the pace.
Yeah, Vasquez has a problem here. She's got to be able to get Ramirez.
Look at Andrea, good overhand right.
By the middle of round 2, Andrea started to tee off with a flurry of strikes, and brutal knee to the body proved to be the decisive moment, bringing the fight to a finish.
Milano trying to gain some momentum again.
That's
What a shot!
Wow!
Unbelievable!
Let's take a look at this replay. So she starts to turn up the heat here. And right here, just patiently waits, steps back. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Right on the money there. Beautiful shot to the body.
Next, Kat Nelson versus Kalindra Faria. In the first round, Nelson didn't give Kalindra a moment to breathe. She stayed in her face the entire time, unloading vicious shots and busting up Faria's face.
Yeah, back to back.
Combination by Kat up there, even including the elbow. Now she goes with the jab top, and then the elbow reaches in a big right hand, and then the spinning elbow by Kat Nelson. She goes with the elbow up top, lands with the right, and then goes with the left to the body. Oh, right gets through strong off of Hayda.
Adding up those combos. Taking it a round at a time right now.
In the second round, Nelson continued her dominance, trapping Faria in the corner and finishing her off with ease.
It's changing the game.
Kat leaning on her with those elbows. She now does the spinning elbow, and she can follow up here with strikes as she does. Chris Minyoki taking a look at this one. Right hand lands up top. Chris Minyoki, she goes down. She's thinking of going down here in the corner. More lands. She can follow up there.
Looking sharp. Good job, Kat. How's everybody at home loving this action right here? Look at those combinations flying from Kat Nelson. Take that beating. Ferrer was tough. She made it into that second round, but...
Next up, Gabriela Fondora versus Celeste Alanis. The fight began at a measured pace, with the action building in the middle rounds. Gabriela, who had a clear reach advantage, worked effectively from the outside, while Celeste relied on her footwork and in-and-out movement to keep Gabriela honest. Still, Fondora was using her length almost perfectly.
Tocó la pera Fondora, pero dio un oportuno paso atrás. Sweet Poison, otra vez la combinación de Alanis. Inteligente trabajo de la bonaerense. Está con mucha más cautela que en sus anteriores peleas.
Y fíjense cómo la hace cerrar también a Fondora.
Donde el chino Maidana noqueó a Víctor Cayó cuando se llamaba Hard Rock Hotel. Hoy es Virgin. Cuando Fondora llegó bien con el gancho de izquierda y luego con la derecha. Comenzó a combinar Fondora, pero Alanis se prende en el cambio de golpes.
Y tiró una izquierda terrible Fondora que erró,
After 7 rounds of technical chess, Gabriela put the final nail in the coffin with a piercing straight left.
A eso me refería, ¿no? Con Fondora combinando.
Derecha de la Chucky, izquierda de Fondora y la combinación que manda al piso la Argentina. La zurda, la caída de la Chucky. Contrariada, no está sentida, pero es una incidencia importante. Otra vez a la lona la Chucky con una izquierda recta y esta vez fue dura.
Esta vez sí.
Se levantó más desconcentrada que sentida. Está conmovida y la paró el árbitro. Se acabó la pelea.
On to the next one. The knockout from Anna Wolf in her fight against Wanda Ward is probably among the top 3 most brutal knockouts in women's boxing history. Just 2 minutes into the first round, she unleashed a thunderous right hand that completely obliterated Ward.
That Rodney Phillips that she's sticking the chin up. Nice combination by Wolf, backing Vonda up.
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big right hand! One punch! That is it! Forget about the count. It is over. Let's just listen. By Ann Wolf, setting up this punch right on the chin, and I've seen a lot of them. Oh, man, that hurts.
Let's move on to the fight between Cecilia Brækhus and Michaela Lauren. After a brief feeling out process, Cecilia began to showcase her sharp hands and high boxing IQ. Michaela, however, did a decent job early on, standing her ground and trying to match the pace. By the middle round, Cecilia started putting together some really impressive head-to-body combinations, and one of them ultimately proved to be the fight-ending sequence.
Six, 7, 8, 9.
Next up, a brutal knockout from Niamh Kinahan in her fight against Lucy Lister. Just 30 seconds into the bout, Kinahan delivered a brain-rattling head kick that sealed the deal.
Beautiful high kick, and she is spot. And then the high kick.
Beautifully timed.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Right the side of the jaw.
Beautifully timed.
Next up, Kelly Camby vs Alex Laval. From the opening second, Laval put on a striking clinic, leaving Camby struggling to respond.
Into the knee, that knee hurt her. That knee got, that second knee hurt her.
Oh, is this going to be the moment that Laval can capitalize?
Just before the buzzer, Laval landed a slick punch-to-knee combination, and that was all she wrote for Camby.
Oh, nice right hand.
And another knee.
This one's over. I mean, this fight's got to be over. She took a hard knee.
And are we going to get the finish? Alex Laval gets the finish and moves her record of 4-3 with a finish as well. And it was all about the knees. Those knees against the cage there, and that was the one that got the worst reaction. Kick to the ground we went, we stood back up, and then the finish, the big punches raining down.
Next, Mona Kimura vs Ai Ogiwara. This one was an easy fight for Kimura. Ogiwara tried to play a distant striking game with her, but Kimura's counters were just too sharp. Only the minute into the fight, Mona dropped her with a perfect straight left counter.
元ボクシングっていうね、そういう実績なのにこの
そして対する荻原愛がとにかくパンチで私は倒したいんだと、
激しいパンチの打ち合いを期待できる試合なのかなとは思って。
そう、インローから今右が決まった。
From that point on, Ogiwara was done, and Mona finished her shortly after.
前蹴りしか蹴ってるイメージないですね。ああ、そうなんですか。本当にバッという感じだったんです。印象的には。はい。さあ来るところカウンターで。あーっと今度は右柳田選手、本当に1ラウンドであっという間でしたね。
強かったですね。はい。何も見せてないぐらいの、はい、実力の奥深さ。
On to the next one, Dakota Dicho vs Patricia Borges. Another fast and vicious finish for Dakota. After a few grappling exchanges, Dakota unleashed a relentless fight-ending ground and pound on Patricia.
Yeah, Borges doing the wise thing, trying to close the distance early. He's not exactly a cuter fighter, hence you have a Brazilian coming into fighter.
We're pro fighters. Her mum was a world champion, I believe. She's got a very similar style, and when you see
huge right shot. Was a big one.
Yeah, the referee's keeping an eye on this as well.
And now just covering up
this my goodness, this could be it.
She needs to do something
Dakota Dicheva with the finish yet again.
And has she been troubled yet?
Well, questions were asked. You look at the grappling prowess there, Patricia.
Let's move on to the fight between Megan Watson and Mel McKeefy. These ladies went straight into a striking battle, and Megan dropped Mel early.
Strong start, that's a big shot.
Wobbled her early. Working to try and get the clinch.
From that point on, Megan showcased herself as the superior striker and finished the fight with a piercing straight right hand.
Ready to do that in the clinch. Oh, lovely hands, and she stays, doesn't rush in.
She's landing the boxing.
Heavy hands from Watson there. She's doing well there for an amateur.
Oh,
another big shot.
That's it.
Next, Smila Sundell vs Deandra Martin. Smila started applying pressure early. At first, Deandra did a good job handling Smila's aggression and holding her ground. But Sundell was in savage mode, and she dropped Deandra early, with brutal knees to the body.
All right hand connected well for Smila. Nice high kick from Deandra. Who's that? Beautiful. Jab 2 body shot from Smila Sundell.
Sundell's got a really strong clinch, and the way she's able to control.
Oh, wow, the body takes a toll. Gonna bounce on Deandra here. Deandra's got to defend.
Range elbow whenever there's a little bit of separation, but Sundell needs to keep things tighter or separate.
Back again, and Smila puts that vice line to the body. Folds her in. First round, she was up the counter, but it's gonna be another 10. Oh, second knock.
Deandra survived the first round, but the second was a disaster for her. Smila continued to unload a high volume of strikes, until Deandra couldn't take the punishment anymore.
Head kick and the jab.
It dropped her in the second. Let's see if she can do it again in the third.
It's hard to believe, Dragon. She's a teenager. She's 17, right? Yeah. The spirit of Josh Thomas. It is total ownership from Smila Sundell. And the corners of Deandra, you've got to return.
That's it.
Let's move on to the fight between Elif Turhan and Beatriz Ferreira. Elif put it on Beatriz right from the start, dropping her in the first round.
Ferrer definitely respect. Oh, that's the right hand, the danger shot. Lost her title.
Right hand straight on the chin, left hook as well on the way down.
In the second round, Elif finished the job, trapping her opponent in the corner and unloading a savage barrage of punches.
It's many congratulations.
You can tell she's used to being able to throw back.
And her name is Elif Turhan.
Next up, Vladlena Petrova vs Luba Salnikova. Salnikova didn't want any striking exchanges whatsoever, so she went for a successful takedown right from the start, controlling Petrova on the ground throughout the entire first round. In the second round though, Luba was visibly tired from all the grappling. That's when Petrova started putting on a striking clinic. She defended every takedown attempt and finished Salnikova midway through the second round.
Угол внимательно! Включайся! Руки! Где твои руки? Отбрось их ноги! Левую ногу бей! Да, бей! Локтем отбрось левую ногу, говорю! Дай, бей, все! Еще жестче, жестче! Не останавливайся! Закрыл внимательно! Не останавливайся! Бей! Еще, колено! Угол внимательно! Активируй защита! Активируй, стоп!
Next, Felista Mugo vs Anesha Maiman. These two ladies came to scrap. After a brief grappling exchange, they started a brawl, but Felista connected with the more powerful shots and finished Maiman midway through the first round.
Felista Mugo. She is going to eat. Bringing it to Anesha Maiman. There's another one on the money of Felista Mugo.
At the moment. Tries a nice elbow and it comes a nice shot from Mugo. She's scooting quite wildly, but she catches Anesha.
Goodness.
Maiman gets back up to her feet. She's toughing it out. Another big right from Mugo. Mugo's looking for the finish.
She's turning. This fight's over. On point. Back. Let's look at the action replay. Brought to you by Mukuru. One after another. I mean, Anesha Maiman couldn't get away.
Like you said, it was like the output and the power at the same time. You can see Anesha was trying to do the right thing, and there's a big shot that put her down.
Next up, Kana vs Aurora Dos Santos. Kana used her superior boxing skills to press Dos Santos against the ropes and unload devastating body-to-head combos.
Oh, nice. Kana's getting in on the inside here. Is it just me or does Kana seem to be way more compact and like sharp in her movements? That's a lot. That's a high knockout, right?
Yeah, that's close to half of her range. It's not working against us.
Nice.
Dos Santos tried to create distance, but Kana overwhelmed her with relentless close-range pressure and finished her late in the first round.
Hey, big shot. Oh, there you go! And there's the Kana power! Woo!
Oh, she's out. Oh. Or ready to fight by lifting up your two hands.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she walked away from the ref.
Yeah, that was very unusual.
Boom! That's the shot that rocked.
Yeah, yeah.
A fast and vicious finish showcased Marisa Chavez in her fight against Tiffany Wood. Marisa caught Tiffany with a clean head kick early and finished her shortly after.
Big kick and huge hands already. Oh!
Head kick. Surprising coming out of Chavez, throwing so many kicks coming from a boxing background.
Oh my
big right
goodness!
hand.
The shot is what did it here, as we see the boxing prowess there.
Let's move on to the fight between Miyu Sugawara and Michiko Nobeya. These two ladies are a perfect example of how women's fights can be just as, if not more exciting and vicious than men's fights. The first two rounds were a wild back-and-forth battle, with multiple knockdowns from each side.
膝蹴り、そして右のストレート、そのパンチも放っていきます。信谷の方もこれ気強いですね。そうですね。さあ上がります。いい右だ、信谷。ちょっと右が効いたか。信谷も左右の連打。信谷選手前に出る、前に出る。菅原を押し込む。さっきはパンチの距離は信谷。そうですね。右が当たってました。近い距離。サイドキック。信谷選手かもしれないです。1年生から空手の経験がある。右。今のはちょっと効いて。いやこれ顔面かなり当たってますよ、信谷の右。菅原も前に出る。いやしかし信谷はこのパンチで攻める。信谷選手は、ダウンを取られているので倒しに来るのは間違いないので、こういう距離になりますよね。すごい殴り合いだ。になってしまうので、ちょっとこの良くない前蹴り。
The finish came in the third round, as an exhausted and bloody Sugawara could no longer take the heat from Nobeya.
ですよね、蹴りと膝がいいので、自分の土俵で戦えるといいですね。いやこの連打早い。信谷足でその信谷のパンチを防ごうとしますが、それでも止まりません。信谷の推進力。鼻からは血が滴り落ちる。崩れたか、どうだ。まだダウン取られていない。ここはダウンだ。試合時間残り1分を切っている。ここで試合終了。入場の時からちょっと顔がなんか顔色があんま良くなかったんですよね。そうだったんですよね。緊張とはまた違う不安というか顔してたので、何かあったのかな、ちょっと心配ですね。
Next up, Puja Tomar vs Bin Nguyen. The first round was a back-and-forth battle, with the more skilled striker Puja looking to maintain distance and work her counters, while Nguyen applied calculated pressure. But by the second half of the opening round, Puja unleashed a barrage of punches that led to a savage finish.
Alright guys, less than 30 seconds in round one of this historic epic. More than anything to them at the moment.
Oh, again, she's hurt. That hurts.
Oh,
she's
Puja
hurt.
has hurt Clara. She's hurt.
She's hurt.
She's going in those combinations. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the first title holder, Matrix Fight Night history.
Right
Puja
there.
Tomar.
Right there.
Puja the Cyclone Tomar has knocked out Killer B in the round number 2. Look at this, guys.
Another first round finish came in the fight between Jennifer Flores and Beatriz Martinez. Right from the get-go, Flores launched a vicious attack that sealed the deal in seconds.
Flores in the light green.
Jennifer Flores, another CSW fighter.
Oh, Flores getting right in her face too.
Oh, that's it. Knocked her out. Yep, and that's stoppage. Good stop.
Wow.
Next, Ruby Daniels vs Sara Valencia. Right from the get-go, Sara began applying that Mexican-style boxing pressure, coming forward as Ruby tried to land counters. But Valencia was just too much for Daniels, finishing the fight quickly.
Valencia's punches were a little bit straighter, but now Ruby's starting to connect. And Sarah gets a knockdown right here, looking for a finish, and she drops Ruby, and I think that's going to be enough to stop that fight.
Let's move on to the fight between Diana Tavares and Bernsey Aldis. Bernsey came out showcasing her strong Muay Thai game, and they clinched up quickly.
Blue corner. So we don't know much about Diana here, but massive record in Thai boxing, loads of world championship fight.
From there, Bernsey began unloading sharp knee strikes, and one of them sealed the deal in the first round.
Bernice just leaning on her at the moment. The bigger lady here, and those knees are vicious. Judging the range all the time. He tries to turn her off the cage.
Another nice knee.
But she kind of puts herself back onto the cage there. Letting that leg go here, she's in a bad spot.
Oh, another big knee.
Oh,
she's
she
gone
dropped
down.
her.
And that's it.
Liver shot.
That was...
Next, Jelena Hampton versus Carly Lombardi. These two started brawling right away, with no feeling out process whatsoever.
Sie ging und sie hat sehr weh getan. Ja, sie hat ist eingesteckt wie ein Biest. Ja, sie steht da und lässt sich alles einstecken. Überall. Ja. Oh, sie ist Lila Hampton, die Carly Lombardo grob anfasst. Sie attackiert sie einfach nach Belieben. Carly feuert zwar zurück, aber sie hat alles einstecken müssen, was sie bisher hatte. Das scheint sie nicht aus der Fassung zu. Noch nicht aus dem Kampf ausgeschieden, aber sie hat ein paar harte Schläge einstecken müssen, wie ich schon sagte, als sie im Team Salguero trainiert hat. Am Ende hat sie das Team verlassen und ist zum Team Black gewechselt.
But Jelena proved to be the more skilled fighter, finishing Lombardi with a vicious knee to the body, followed up by a flurry of punches.
Und sie hat sie fallen lassen. Carly hat sich wieder verletzt. Und sie steht sofort wieder auf. Sofort wieder auf. Sie kann sich einfach umdrehen, sonst würde John Toll den Kampf abbrechen. Oh, sie hat sich wieder mit Knie verletzt. Sie sagt einfach, ja, John wird aufhören. Aber sieh dir Carly an. Ist nur noch auf den Beinen. Der ist gerade am Machen.
Aber Mann, die Schlagkraft von Jelena Hampton hat sich im Vergleich zu ihrem letzten Kamo-Kampf sprunghaft verbessert.
Sie war auf dem Punkt, sobald man sie hörte, war sie einfach voll dabei. Ja, absolut. Sie war unerbittlich. Sie hat Carlys Lächeln nicht geschenkt, Mann.
Next, Chanel Dyer versus Kamila Simkova. This was a beatdown by Dyer from start to finish. Camille was completely outclassed and got busted up fast.
Get the timing down the middle. There's another straight right as well. Left hand straight right, left hand straight right. There's another one as well. Flurrying. And look at the power in the strikes. Nice down low as well. Simkova back to the fence already. Right off the bat. Yeah, Dyer just so good at controlling the range right here and maximizing that advantage she has. In terms of her reach, there's a Superman punch right there coming out. Continues here. The fakes as well. There's a right hand as Simkova comes crashing forward, Jason.
Like those angles from Dyer.
Yes.
She was exiting, landed that big right.
Oh, and against the cage as well. This is not where you want to be. There's a right hand, left hook.
Despite her toughness, the referee stopped the fight in the final minute of the first round, and rightfully so.
Striking, so many people retreat in a straight line, always takes an angle, and there she misses, goes to the ground. Janelle doesn't jump on top, but she unloads another flurry of punches right here.
Yeah, could be.
There's another long straight right, it just lands every time. Right hook round the side, more punches there, left hook, right hand, another one. Look at this. Now turning it on, looking for the finish perhaps.
She can right now because it is not working out.
Oh, right hand over the top. Trying to control that wrist, but nothing doing. So Chanel wears it nicely. Right hand and another left hook right there. Outside leg kick, left hook, right hand. Wobbles it this time. And now a flurry looking to build it freeze. Goes to the action. Destruction of her opponent Simkova, who stayed in there. Credit to her. Took all these shots. Another leg kick, another straight right. Wobbles her. That one on the temple. And now just covering up. Field of freeze. Good stoppage there.
Another fast and ruthless finish came from Daria Zheleznyakova against Maria Lucea. Both fighters met in the center of the ring and refused to back down.
Brawl and a scrappy one at that.
Yeah.
But by the second minute of the first round, Zheleznyakova landed precise combos, and that was all she wrote for Mary.
Yeah, she's starting to find her mark now, fighting.
Again, and Russell goes down, and now Zheleznyakova looks to finish, but no, allows her to stand up.
Oh, she is dazed,
And again, she goes down, Russell. Zheleznyakova, the referee's finished.
That's a great stoppage.
Another fast and brutal finish with a knee to the body occurred in the fight between Evelina Wozniak and Samin Bake. After completely dominating the first round, Wozniak finished Samin in the second with sheer savagery.
Shot from Evelina, and if you've ever seen Evelina hit pods, she's very, very clean with her striking.
Evelina's very...
A little bit of a slip there just from Samin. Oh, it's a big!
He stopped it! Last, always in Brave Combat Federation, we have 3 doctors on staff. We have 2 ambulances standing by. Nothing is going to happen that cannot be handled medically. The staff here ready to take Beak out. It turns out she is able to stand under her own power.
Next up, Nilza Camargo versus Rafaela Guedes. Rafaela was pushing the pace early, completely dominating the center of the ring, but Nilza responded with fast counters, making it difficult for Rafaela to stay overly aggressive.
A mão da Nilza tá calibradinha, hein? Agora vem a aproximação da Rafa, a Nilza responde com a mão também. Aqui muito dinamismo das duas, o chute alto da Nilza para na guarda da Rafa ali, mas aquela guarda perigosa, né? Agora vem um bom jab ali da Nilza. Mais uma vez jab cruzado.
The fight concluded before the end of the first round, when Nilza unleashed a beautiful fight-ending 1-2.
Aquele cortezinho, né, da Rafa, agora mais uma vez o bom jab da Nilza. Agora boa, a mão da Nilza vai pra cima pra definir fim de papo.
Let's move on to the real brawl between Arleta Trovinho and Jennifer Gatika. In the first round, these two little savages went toe-to-toe, refusing to give an inch of the octagon.
Patadas altas una tras otra. Arleta se mete ahí como le gusta. En la distancia va a tener problemas, tiene mucha desventaja. 1-2 de Jennifer. Rodillas, patadas. De la guardia ahora Arleta. Ese lado, que entró con mucho poder, vuelve a hacerlo.
The finish came in the second round, when Trovinho caught the overly aggressive Gatika with a sharp counter that ended the fight.
Ya la volvió a cachar con la mano derecha. Tiene que hacer algún ajuste porque la van a seguir cachando, aunque ella también responde con la derecha. Seguida ahora, patadas, ya la conectó, ya la mandó a la lona. Decíamos que quiere terminar así y dice la referee que se acabó el combate. La secuencia final empieza a ser ya un poquito como el taekwondo, Chaires, un paseo tras otro. Y es una derecha, ya fue la...
Next up, Janina Silva versus Sara Filipina. From the very first second, Janina applied heavy pressure, mixing takedowns with powerful strikes.
Acompanhando ali bem de perto. Janaína agora levantou, deu espaço, mas já assim que a Sara levantou, já voltou para curta.
While Sara did a decent job with her counters, Janina's relentless pace was too much for her. Silva trapped her near the cage and landed a brutal finishing shot.
Longe da popozinha. Popozinha em curta, consegue esquerda, agora direita. Vai variando bem os golpes vão passando no vazio, mas ela consegue manter a pressão. Conseguiu agora uma mão pesadíssima pra cima da Sara.
E em algum momento a gente estava vendo esse nocaute, hein? E aconteceu. Mãos pesadas. Mãos pesadas da Janaína, né?
Another brutal finish came in the fight between Santaria and Borges. Borges pressed the action early, while Santaria stayed cautious. But her patience paid off quickly. She dropped Borges with a crisp punch and finished the fight with a nasty ground and pound.
O esquerda entrou em cheio, a esquerda de Mayra, entra perfeitamente, acabou, vai terminar, terminou!
Next, Lana Karin versus Victoria Souza. These two ladies didn't hesitate and started trading heavy shots from the first round. Wild fights make for wild finishes, and in the second round, Lana unleashed a barrage of punches that dropped Souza, forcing the referee to stop the fight. Claudia Diaz versus Dulce Garcia was another wild scrap. Right from the start, they traded wild shots, making the entire first round a real battle.
On the left of her receiving apparatus. It won't be an easy fight, you've said it. The Spanish woman has never won a single one, but Dulce?
With her hand raised to
The chaos continued in the second round.
From the Spanish woman's leg, hits her at will.
Good combination from Diaz.
She starts to drag her leg.
Dulce Garcia has forgotten to mark her distance. She has forgotten to feint and take advantage of what she has in professional boxing that has led her to have 5 wins.
Champion Johnny, who is starting to get nervous at this moment. We hear you, Johnny. What does your wife have to do to try to avoid the punishment she's receiving in this second round?
By the middle of the second round, Garcia attempted a takedown, but ended up on the bottom. From there, Diaz unleashed ruthless ground and pound, until the referee had no choice but to stop the fight.
Continues looking from side to side. Leo has to defend himself. This is going to be complicated. And now they're stopping the fight. They stopped the fight, and Claudia Garcia is going to take the victory.
Now let's take a look at the first round finish from Rin Nakai in her fight against Haruka Suzuki. Rin stalked Haruka like a shark hunting its prey, and when she found the opening, vicious shots from her ended the fight in no time. A real tactical war unfolded between Jade Joran and Stephanie Skinner. From the opening bell, both ladies went to work with precision and sharp technique. By the end of the first round, Jade caught Stephanie with a decisive strike, and it was all over.
Alles hat funktioniert. Nun, du hast erst mit 28 angefangen, an Wettkämpfen teilzunehmen. Groß, richtig, der Beste. Und das wird das, wow, da ist es. Zack, ja, da ist der Overhead-Hieb. Ja, der war hart. Und was ist dein Instinkt? Hoch.
Another first round finish was delivered by Tani Torres in her fight against Yanette Vidal. Torres pressed forward with ruthless intent, and by the second minute of the round she delivered, ending Vidal with a flurry of shots.
Eine starke Kombination. Wunden. Vidal geht zu Boden und es ist vorbei, meine Damen.
Und versuchte selbst einen Beintritt zu landen und wurde mit einem zu Boden geworfen. Das war es.
Next, Jasmine Ronaki vs Maya Stepanciev. After a grappling-heavy first round, the second round delivered, when Ronaki landed vicious, fight-ending shots on Maya.
Like she should be doing. Oh, and another shot lands over the top. Stepanicek is not reacting well to this. Steve Kennedy says that's enough. That is a big shot, snapped around the head of Stepanicek. Another one behind the ear. You can tell her equilibrium was out. She started reacting very badly, and Ronaki choosing long punches, wades in, goes into attack mode, that one right behind the ear.
Next, Jalene Delsit vs Ashley Chavez. Delsit completely outclassed Chavez, finishing her within the first seconds of the fight.
After this, his younger daughter, Jamie, fights, and then a couple fights after that, it's him, so.
Oh, dead straight right. This is gonna be quick.
And that's it. That is it.
Let's move on to another wild first round finish from Asha Roka in her fight against Li Lishan. The fighters kept it technical, but maintained a high pace early on. In the second round, Asha sealed the deal with a clean throw, followed up by a fight-ending ground and pound.
グラウンド&パウンドでフィニッシュしようとしていいパンチを何発か当てた最高のこれはトップグリップを使った素晴らしい小さなハリーだった丸そして彼女はまっすぐに跳ね上がって打撃の体勢に入った足が上がっている正当な打撃
Next, Kaya O'Sullivan vs Carolina Arm. It was a pretty competitive matchup at the beginning, with both fighters having their moments.
Intimidated by it. It's a big shot there. Another big straight right down the pipe from Arm. Grappling art.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been tripped and thrown by Kaya O'Sullivan again. She's finding success. Slip. Up kick. Beautiful.
However, in the second round, Kaya started to loosen up and throw fast kicks. One of them landed clean on Carolina's chin and put her lights out.
And she's trying to step the lead foot to the outside so that she can land the left hand.
It's a counter-striking southpaw is fantastic. Again, something I can appreciate so much.
Coming in over the shoulder almost as Carolina throws, isn't it?
Oh! She wobbled her!
Follows up and gets a reaction from Carolina Arm.
Oh, precision. Well,
Yeah.
I say
she's
effortless.
not throwing
Yeah.
the whole body into it. Like there!
Oh! She's
Bang!
out!
Headshot there!
Wow!
Next up, Becca Irvin vs Tidy Garcia. This was another fight where a grappler got punished hard for trying to turn it into a snooze fest. After a few unsuccessful takedown attempts, Becca caught Garcia coming in, countering with a knee from the tie clinch that ended the fight instantly.
Oh, man. That was a devastating knee, and the debut of Becca Irvin ends in a huge moment.
Wow.
Woo!
Bang, right to the solar plex. Another big knee, and another right on the liver, puts her down.
Heavy strikes. Ryan Thompson saw enough. And that's how Becca gets her first win as a professional. Here at Fury FC, let's make things official. Here's Wayne.
Next up, Binh Nguyen vs Naomi Young. Naomi, who had a size advantage, started landing damage early in the fight. B, however, held her ground, and these two scrapped through the first 2 rounds.
That's a good right hand. But even Naomi Young, she needs to be staying a lot more busy, at least using the jab.
It does look like there's a little mark already on her eye.
There you go. She's working inside. She's having trouble getting in, though, and staying in.
She gets a little flurry, and then checks her with a little hook up top on the chin.
Being too tall. She's being too tall, even though she does have the height dip, but use that range.
In the 3rd round, Naomi's size began to play a bigger role. She trapped B in the corner and unloaded vicious shots until the referee stopped the contest.
Their left and then whips the right.
Some big shots starting to land by Queen Kong. Hits her with the right hand up top, and now goes to the body, and then rips her left up top. Here we can see the finish, and there you see the onslaught starting as Naomi Young was breaking through that guard, checking her with a big left, and then a right gets through, goes to the body to put it down there, and then back up top, Burgos waves it off. She had taken too many shots.
On to the next one, Priscila Vargas vs Fabi Peixoto. In the first round, Vargas confidently took the center of the ring, and using her size and reach advantage, began outstriking her opponent, finishing her by the end of the first round.
Consegue sair ali do raio de ação a Fabi Peixoto, mas vive péssimo momento. Teremos ali a abertura de contagem. 10 segundos para voltar, para retornar, conseguiu, mas encurtou a Priscila para terminar com a luta, para terminar com o combate.
Começou perdendo ali o primeiro round, no final do primeiro round se achou, quase acabou com a luta, voltou para o segundo round determinada a acabar com a luta.
Next up, Sophie Samantha vs Daniela Ashfield. Sophie hurt Ashfield early in the fight and capitalized on the moment by taking her opponent to the ground. On the mat, Samantha finished Ashfield with ruthless ground and pound.
Posting out, gifting her there.
Oh, more than happy just to rain down the ground and pound those. Sophie Samantha, these are big shots. Paul Crossley's seen enough.
Next, Dakota Dicho vs Leonora Silvia. Dakota started the fight with aggressive striking combos, and the two quickly went into a clinch.
She says her style's like her mum's, forward and aggressive, and that's exactly what we're getting tonight.
After a grappling heavy first round, Dakota came out strong in the second, manhandling Leonora and finishing the fight midway through the round.
Staying heavy there, now standing up and...
Yeah, and back up.
Big right hand out to the back. That rocked Leonora.
And again, just kept hold a little bit when she didn't quite need to, but that's
just not giving the space. It was only contact that let Leonora know where she was. But look at this.
Right hand and the ref waves it.
Wow.
Next up, Smila Sundell vs Alicia Rodriguez. This one wasn't easy for Smila, as Alicia absorbed every shot and kept marching forward, turning the first 2 rounds into a fierce striking war.
Sundell stepping in on these punches, like she's not using that range. You see her get caught with a hook there, she's coming in. And this is unnecessary.
A unanimous decision win over Janet Todd at One Fight Night 8 in March. Good left hook by Rodriguez.
Shots, especially inside that close range, coming over the top of that guard with her left hand.
Undeterred.
Sharp elbow on the inside. 2 big elbows, another one. Look at this work rate by both women. Nearing the end of the first round. Oh, by Sundell there, Rodriguez. Oh my goodness.
Putting mean hand combinations together.
Run that kind of pace, she won't punch herself out.
Rodriguez going backwards. She just ate a right. A left hook connecting for Sundell.
An overhand right for Rodriguez. If she's able to work through this second round in this pace with Sundell, keep in mind that Rodriguez is pushing a good pace.
In the third round, Rodriguez began to fade slowly but surely. Smila maintained relentless pressure and finished Rodriguez from the tie clinch with sharp knees and elbows.
Dominating inside the clinch, but Helen Rodriguez continues to look for that clinch.
Sundell's doing a much better job in this round of creating that space, landing the knees. First 2 rounds, and
big knee there by Sundell.
10-second call comes
body. Those body shots. By Sundell in a rain punches, and this one is over.
Next up, Rizlan Zoak versus Bunmi Oyevola. In the first round, Rizlan used her size and strength to manhandle Bunmi.
Throws and all the different maneuvers and things, so certainly physically very, very strong as Zoak.
There's another right hand, just misses.
And gets it down. Opportunity are certainly making the most of it. Some big strikes landed in that exchange. Zoak chasing Bunmi down.
Bunmi survived the round but couldn't find an answer to Rizlan's brute power, as Rizlan continued to dominate and finish Bunmi via ground and pound.
Big left hand.
Here we go, Zoak going after it again. A knee to the body.
And just pushing her.
Is battering the bone bender.
She'll have to show the referee something.
Another hammer fist, and that's going to be it.
That has to be it, yeah, absolutely.
There it is!
Let's move on to fight between Gina Morea and Veronica Rodriguez. From the opening seconds, Rodriguez was dialed in, taking the center of the ring and applying smart, relentless pressure on Morea. After finding her rhythm and timing, she delivered the finishing blow in the second round, with a vicious front kick knockout. Next, Savannah Marshall versus Lolita Musea. From the first round, Lolita pressed forward, trying to close the distance, while Marshall began landing sharp counters.
And out very fast from the traps.
Good left hook as well from Marshall.
Yep.
And again a lovely uppercut, and again 2 really good uppercuts there from Marshall. I think she's going to have to knock the fight out of Musea.
Ferocious start from Musea. And Marshall, who's a big puncher, just trying to get herself set for all the fire, is going to have to be very careful of those.
Yeah, she's already shipped some big shots. Those uppercuts are punishing. But Marshall landing hard shots now.
Oh, she's really going for this big opportunity, Musea.
The fight came to a conclusion in the second round, when Savannah landed a clean uppercut, followed by a crisp combination, which sealed the deal.
And Musea just losing her way. And a tired look. Desperate.
And she's shipping a lot of punishment. These are really solid shots, bouncing off the chin.
Uppercut and body shot from Savannah Marshall, and a right hand, and Musea coming upon here, and backed up in the corner. 10 seconds left in the second round, and Savannah Marshall on the verge here of defending the world title. The bell or the referee, it's the referee! Under pressure, and she dispatched a brave Lolita Musea. Outclassed, outpunched, and that was a dynamic performance from Marshall, and so different.
And Marshall matched her and raised her again. She fought fire with fire and raised it up a few levels. And
let's move on to the fight between Hyu Fukuhara and Miho Takanashi. Another technical and exciting matchup. For 2 rounds, both ladies went toe-to-toe without backing down. Miho wanted the fight at close range, relying on her superior boxing, while Fukuhara aimed to keep her distance and work behind sharp kicks and well-timed counters.
組み合わせが決まりましたカオスロイヤル前に出る青いグローブ高梨
設楽選手ここ行きたいですね
でもこれ高梨の圧力見せてまいりますねここ右ミドルから
ボディいいですね
今度は蹴りからパンチという高梨今声をかけるとしたら何ですか福原にその気持ちが今こう意を決して前に出た攻撃につながったんでしょうね、
In the third round, Miho's strategy paid off. She trapped her opponent in the corner and finished the fight with a relentless combination of punches.
前に出たその後何がありますかね
そうですね今パンチの試合ではやっぱり出しやすい一つポイントを見つけてい
やこれ強度十分
そうですね
もう一発こういうことなんですね
そうですねここ出てほしいですね今チャンスなので
今出た一発それでも右のストレート高梨
フラッシュバックしましたけど
ここは引きたくないですね最後チャンスなんで
そしてやっぱり松下選手
今いいです
松下選手
ちょうど顎しっかり入ってますねパンチちょっと心配ですね
Next up, Denise Gomez vs Jean Ruas. This was a high-paced and highly entertaining matchup between two very skilled MMA fighters. The first two rounds were a back-and-forth battle, with both women having their moments and trading heavy shots.
Competitor right now against the number 4 competitor in Gomes.
There's no more days of being a boxer that's okay at wrestling. Really expert at everything now. You need to bring it all together seamlessly.
Good check. Ooh, good punch right in the face by Gomes.
After a grueling fight, the turning point came in the third round. During one of their wild exchanges, Gomez dropped Ruas and quickly followed up on the ground to secure the finish.
She's given away the first couple of minutes of every round, trying to, perhaps that's what her corner told her to do, because she's coming out throwing. Ruas has no answers, guys.
Oh, she needs to roll back up her knees or get to full guard. Ref's looking in close.
Stephanie Ronda delivered a striking masterpiece against Aline Pitbull. From the opening round, she dissected her opponent with sharp clinical technique.
Ficar mantendo, como ela tem envergadura maior, batido o peso, ela vai ter que buscar aí a vantagem no combate.
E a Aline Pitbull vai tentar encurtar mais essa distância no duelo. 3 rounds de 5 minutos ou até dourar o estoque.
Tá aí na distância da Rondinha, agora a Rondinha conseguiu conectar um bom frontal. O Guilherme Maia 01, mandar um alô aqui pra Pluma Natali, pra Roberta Camila, pra o jab direto. A Aline agora tem que tentar continuar na sua estratégia inicial, e esse sangramento no nariz ele incomoda um pouco a respiração. Ela tem que aguardar aí quando acabar o round para dar aquela limpada para ela poder voltar a respirar um pouco melhor.
Daqui a pouquinho o Felipe Cabocão vai falar para ele quem levou a melhor nesse primeiro round.
The second round finish was a thing of beauty. No panic, no recklessness, only calculated violence that crushed Alina's resistance.
Mas a Rondinha ela tem uma movimentação muito boa, ela joga na distância dela.
Fanny Rondinha. Segundo round de luta para você no Jungle Fight, edição de número 111. Bom cruzado da Rondinha. Ela bota nas cordas. A Aline, que sequência da Stephanie Rondinha. Uma máquina de bater, é fim de luta!
Uma atleta muito promissora, a Rondinha. E o presidente Walid Ismail já avisou que ela vai lutar pelo cinturão. É muito promissora. Também é muito guerreira, a atleta Aoyo, mas hoje não foi o dia dela, hoje foi o dia da Ronda.
Another clinical display of striking was delivered by Carol Foro in the fight against Esquire Safi. Carol gave Safi no chances at all. Her boxing was as sharp as it gets, and her speed and precision sealed the deal before the 2-minute mark of the first round.
Já tentou travar a Carol Foro. Opa! Que cruzadaço da Foro! Ela fez a carinha de Annabelle de novo! Lá vai ela! Vai botando muitos golpes! Que mão poderosa! Mais um cruzado! Tudo! Mais um cruzado! Mais um! Toda a R-Play! Ela chegou realmente com tudo! Que menina dura! Que mão poderosíssima! Trocando a ideia com a Erika Sofia. Olha o cruzado e ela deu a vira de performance. Olha isso, incrível!
Next up, another first round finish in the fight between Alice Schmidt and Agata Truskolaska. The knockdown came just 5 seconds into the opening round.
If you're Alice Smith, you're thinking, let's kick from a distance for a bit, just till we figure out what...
There's a big right hand!
And from there, Alice calmly but surely sealed the deal with ground and pound.
Some big elbows.
I think Smith has got somewhere to be at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was saying, you can kick from distance. She's like, nope, I'm going to get the right knuckle immediately. And God, see what the... But nope, straight right hand. And out there, straight right hand. And pink. And then gets the position, goes elbows.
Next, Jasmine Jastrzębski versus Jocelyn Amenta. After a brief feeling out process, both fighters began trading wild shots.
Yes, come on, forward. In and out. La misma cosa. Adentro, adentro.
By the end of the first round, Jasmine landed a clean head kick that sealed the deal. A nice counter technique against an opponent looking to pin her against the cage was showcased by Lanchana Green in her fight against Jade Barker. Green began throwing power shots right away, forcing Barker to clinch immediately.
Unheard of. I'm excited for this one, Steve. Like we've
peed in a couple of years.
That's a big right hand from Lanchana Green.
Lanchana Green's last had she got a win there.
That's it. The leg kick.
Oh yeah.
Followed up by the big 1-2 there from Green.
That's when Green caught her with a fight-ending knee.
Well, a moment ago she threw the knee up a little bit, and I'm wondering if that's what she's going to try and do here, is pull that head down and then answer with a knee.
Oh, and another one. That one dropped Sharka! Lanchana Green with the elbows, and that's it!
Let's move on to the fight between Tamana Ahmadi and Nicola Knight. Right from the opening bell, it was clear that Tamana's striking was levels above Nicole's.
Not a lot of... Not a lot of stank on the...
Yeah. Looks like there's a little bit of blood coming
just
from the mouth.
Yeah.
She proved it in the final seconds of the first round, landing shot after shot before one perfect counter-strike ended the fight instantly.
Means it! Oh!
That's absolutely wild.
It's just rock'em sock'em! Oh, and she's busted up Nicola Knight. Oh! Oh! It's over! It's over! Wow. Wow, what a finish. I mean, making her debut.
Yeah, just reached
over that's the one that did it. I mean, she sits her down and follows it up.
Another vicious first round finish came in the fight between Lucia Zabova and Kristina Nedza. From the opening moments, Zabova pressured Nedza relentlessly.
Vašich psychel, když tam do sebe žduchli, tak jenom a už se to rozjíždí. Lucia nemůže tak, řekněme, zkracovat. Měla by si dát pozor na ty tvrdé ruce, které určitě především v prvním kole budou lítat.
Her tactic paid off quickly, as she dropped Nedza with a brutal head kick just a minute and a half into the fight.
Prostě ještě nepoznala porážku, teď krásně protáhla zadní. Koleno, pokus o loket ještě jeden, ale to nejsou údery, které by mohly rozhodnout. Teď natlačila Nedzu. Dobře, Sabová kombinuje, promiň. Hezký high kick je konec! Tady už byl jeden pokus, ale Nedza udělala v tu chvíli krok dozadu. Dobře protažená zadní. A pojďme se podívat. Pim! Nedza ji vůbec neviděla, měla ruku dole, strašného na ní řítí. Záhlavák. Kristina je v pořádku, mezi tím, co se díváte na to, jak...
Next up, Mel Zeman versus Brittany Big Hart. This one was a quick fight. Zeman came out and knocked Big Hart out just 15 seconds in.
Good leg kicks there from Big Hart.
Nice straight right from Big Hart. Oh, an overhand
right
hand.
Oh! Zeman it! Zeman makes kayaks, and that was a statement here as we look at the replay, Josh.
Kick, and here's the overhand, I believe, right there. That's the one. Right there in the chin. There's that 3-2. And these ones are all...
Mel Zeman moves her record to 2-3-1 as a professional mixed martial artist.
Next up, Bianca Antman versus Vera Nikkanen. Over the first two rounds, both fighters exchanged strikes on the feet, with no intention of taking the fight to the ground.
And yeah, like you said, she's countering fantastically with it. Great kicks too.
the knee, but they're a little bit of marking up. Beautiful counter hook there. They're very much fighting in the pocket, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Bianca was winning the fight with her more polished, crisp striking technique. By the middle of the third round, Vera began to feel too comfortable, dropping her hands low, and Bianca immediately capitalized, landing a fight-ending head kick.
He's constantly throwing backs, he's constantly putting something in the face of...
Finish zombie indeed. I mean, she's eating some heavy shots. You're thinking about an extra aspect of a fight that you weren't necessarily...
Oh, head kick! Head kick knockout!
That unbelievable!
I mean, what a performance. So clean, so clinical, and yeah, the knee cannon was out.
One of the most brutal knockouts ever came in the fight between Chanel Dyer and Veronica Esser. Veronica pushed hard for the ground game early, but Chanel wasn't having it. Right before the round 1 buzzer, she landed a vicious spinning elbow that sent Veronica to another dimension.
Here is fantastic. Even tapped her leg there to let Veronica know it was coming. Throwing the hands and bringing a flailing shot with the foot. Oh, jumping, winning round in what has been a fantastic... Oh, good shot! Unbelievable! And wow!
It's a 10-8 round as
oh my goodness! The more you see that shot, the nightmare Dyer with the first round, pretty much it becomes... Timing on that was absolutely fantastic.
Next up, Brigitte Garcia versus Jessica Lane. To be honest, Jessica Lane had no business being in the cage with a savage like Garcia. From the opening moments, Garcia landed shot after shot and finished the fight within 1 minute.
Good low kicks. Garcia really pushing Lane
good
earlier.
Head kick.
Oh, big shot from Garcia.
Control the hand, play the game. Oh, big left hook.
Garcia is really teeing off here early in round 1.
Lane's got to get off this.
Big
Oh,
shot.
she's hurt.
Lane is hurt and she's gonna...
Oh, she's out on her
it
feet.
is over. The referee steps in. At some of the replays, you can see just some huge shots, uppercuts and hooks being landed there at the end, and the referee stepping in to calling into that bout. Again, once you see the head go back like that, couple shots.
Let's move on to the fight between Skellyy Mata and Micha Redich. As the fight began, Skellyy pressed forward and looked to clinch, doing a decent job controlling the action. However, Micha escaped every attempt to make the fight ugly, found her range and immediately took her shots, landing powerful strikes that quickly brought the fight to an end.
Skellyy, I know, was a purple belt champion for some other submission-only event. Skellyy does have the ranking experience in the jiu-jitsu front, but... Oh, good low highs, good low. Hand puts her down.
That's it! How about that? That is a way to get
the left hook got her hurt, and that was the right hand. She took a good 1-2. Yeah, Skellyy was winning the striking exchanges. That jab did a little damage, and on the right hand over the top.
A perfect example of why you should use the tie clinch only at the right time came in the fight between Aldina Seferovic and Monica Pitbull. Just 30 seconds into the fight, Aldina tried to unload knees to the head from the clinch, but Monica perfectly countered that and ended the fight quickly.
Celo sprememba in... Ali bo pustil, ali bo še Boris pustil, konec je! Ja, tako, pa imamo številko 1 v Sloveniji. Monika lepo povedala, seveda je tu šov biznis, vendar je tudi šport vmes in nanje tudi njeni nasprotnici. Poglejmo tukaj še enkrat, kakšen kroše, res je.
Next up, Kelsey DeSantis versus Kat Nelson. Kat Nelson pressed the action, taking the center of the ring and doing a decent job controlling the pace.
That first time you feel the kick without any shin pads, whether you're doing the kicking or receiving it, we're in here, just 2 rounds, 5-minute rounds here.
But when you get too aggressive, you leave yourself open, and Kelsey proved that in the final seconds of round 1, landing a fight-ending counterpunch as Kat came forward.
Control again as she lands a 1 overhand and a left.
Yeah, now Kat is she's starting to feel it.
Yeah.
Teeing off.
A nice elbows.
The referee's, he's
and
looking.
He's looking. Kat lands a head kick as she's walking back.
Right, yeah, right on the neck and chin.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Wow! See if we can see Kat's eyes. Boom. Boom.
3-8, 1, 4, 3.
Another.
And I'm guessing that.
Next up, Cassie Granja versus Maria Nascimento. Right from the start, Cassie came out aggressively, pressuring Maria with heavy combos. The pace Cassie set was relentless. Maria tried to work counters, but Cassie was too much, finishing the fight with a barrage of punches in the 3rd minute.
Força a Maria a caminhar agora, joga no kick, Maria devolve, entra, 2 cruzados ali.
A gente percebe que a Cassie, indo golpeando na cabeça, a sergipana ela é muito guerreira, ela é muito raçuda, né?
Exatamente, mais uma mão conectada no queixo, solta agora uma combinação, vem cruzando, botando mão realmente muito forte, joga mais um shot médio, volta mais uma vez a cruzar a Cassie, vai realmente colocando a Maria para trás, o diretão entrou cheio, limpo. A direita tá conectando, agora mais uma vez, esquerda, direita, outra vez entra limpo. Maria vai ficando bem apavorada aqui, cruzado de esquerda, fantástico!
Now let's take a look at the fastest KO on our list. Mirel Vargas versus Ariela India. Right as the fight started, Mirel caught Ariela with a heavy right hand, knocking her out instantly.
Belo jab cruzado da Mirella, chegou ao fim, nocaute da noite, provavelmente.
Next up, Talita Soares vs Flore Hani. Talita was clearly a level above Hani in every department, using her reach advantage to outstrike Flore with ease, while stuffing all her takedown attempts.
Knee of Florani. Oh, beautiful, straight from Soares, playing bottom perhaps. Distance with that jab, and again with that right hand. I don't know if that's telling. This is solid. Women's division. Oh, she hurt her with a body shot. Oh my God, Florani, you're not throwing at a full clip, but it's the volume of shots. Oh, she's hurt the body. Oh, that's it.
Oh my God, Soares is gonna create. He's gonna kill the magic now in the 1st round.
The perfect fight-ending combination came in the final seconds of round 1, leaving Hani with no chance to continue.
Oh, and again with the body shot. Oh, what a shot. Left hand right down the pipe.
Oh my God, Talita Soares is just a...
Watch out for that big right.
Oh no, it's...
I think this one's going to be stopped. She is digging into the body. This is... Hesitated, but no, it didn't go. Didn't throw that leg. Oh, another... Oh, she dropped her.
It's going to be stopped. It's over! It's over! She got the knockout. She destroyed Florani. There was only one woman in the cage, and her name is Talita Soares.
First woman to finish Florani, and in doing so becomes the new. I don't think this is what was expected once again.
Let's move on to the fight between Irene Cabello and Leslie Hinojosa. This was a war between two absolute warriors. They started brawling right from the opening bell, and the first round was as wild as it gets.
Acá de Monterrey, 34 años, al intercambio van ambas con las combinaciones, la española, mi querido Israel, allá ataque.
Ignacio queda atrás aquí dentro de la jaula, enfrente de la gente.
Cuidado al intercambio, con toda la metralleta de golpe de parte de Leslie.
El cuerpo, salir de tener esa espalda contra la reja o no la va a pasar bien.
Al intercambio nuevamente, pero ahí no le va muy bien.
In the second round, Cabello began to take control. She hurt Leslie during one of the exchanges and continued to tee off on her until the referee stepped in and stopped the fight.
Reacciona bien en ese momento que estaba lanzando Cabello.
Cuidado, cuidado, el golpe de derecha de parte de Irene Cabello, ahora con poder sobre Leslie González, pero le conecta también con poder la mexicana, sigue atacando la española con la mano derecha con poder, señores.
Tiene mayor alcance, no lo sabe utilizar. Entonces,
cuidado, ahora atacando con todo, de cerquita también, arriba de Tanaka, señores, por la vía.
Irene Cabello se acercaba y ahí la prendió con ese gancho en la picada y obviamente le aflojó las piernas.
Fíjate que mirándolo así.
Next up, Melissa Martinez versus Gloria Bravo. Gloria wanted no part of striking exchanges with the fast and dangerous striker Melissa, so she clinched early and tried to take the fight to the ground. However, Melissa defended every takedown attempt and began finding her openings on the feet.
All family affair. I think it's really important to have that family support behind you.
And a big kick landed by Melly.
By the end of the first round, Melissa was pouring it on with vicious strikes, forcing the referee to step in and stop the fight.
No head position from Gloria Bravo.
That's her style, right? She did that.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
More kicks, more blood from the face of Bravo.
Southpaw Super Melly in the black and tries to throw straight down, but she's not forward enough. Super Melly smells blood.
There it go, drops her with the left kick.
There it is.
Bravo gets back up. Melly, let her hands go, and it is over.
A real strong will to win was showcased by Crisaida Adams in her fight against Marisol Ruelas. From the very first second, Ruelas tried to bully Crisaida, smothering her against the cage and controlling her on the ground.
Vive precisamente en Chicago. Buena la combinación ahora de Crisaida Adams. La izquierda potente, ahora engancho que impactaba el rostro de Marisol Ruelas. Y ahora Ruelas le dijeron, bueno, esta pega y pega duro.
No, espectacular, marcando el ritmo de la pelea. Ahora viene con el lance. Muy buen lance.
In the second round, Ruelas continued her grueling pressure, but Crisaida found a perfect opening for a knee from the clinch and delivered it with such force that Ruelas' body shut down immediately.
Cortar, golpear con los golpes de puño y eso lo está sufriendo Marisol.
Trata ahora Marisol Ruelas, pero cuidado que la rodilla entraba de parte de Crisaida Adams y es todo, señores.
Y generas esa empatía. Ahí vemos, bueno, es espectacular ese knockout.
Ya cuando cae y viene el referí. Muy bien el referí interviniendo rápido. Ahí está la rodilla que iba al cuerpo y finalizaba esto. De nuevo la repetición. Algunos de los momentos y ahí está la rodilla que va al centro del estómago, finaliza esto.
Next up, Lidia Sakonchik versus Tatiana Zdrajevskaya. Tatiana completely dominated this fight, going straight after Lidia from the opening bell and applying relentless pressure.
Справа бьешь, после левой руки ее справа в голову бей. Вот с третьего левого хорошо. Хватись, все, толкни. Хватись, все, толкни, отлично.
The beatdown ended in the fifth round, when Tatiana landed a vicious body-to-head combination that finished the fight.
Минута, Лида, минута. Здорово, здорово. Короче, немножко. Держи ее здесь. Держи ее, не давай бить. Вот так, здорово. В угол. Ау.
And let's wrap it up with another savage knockout from Savannah Marshall in her fight against Femke Hermans. The first two rounds were pretty competitive. Savannah pressed forward while Femke showcased solid footwork, with both exchanging powerful shots.
Like a different person, not just a different fight. But Marshall does hit so hard and Hermans is not.
But in the third round, Savannah caught Femke with a stiff jab that rattled her, then followed up with a brutal left hook that completely flatlined her.
She lands on, whichever way she's standing. Great shot over the top.
Lost their balance a bit. Femke Hermans. Oh, big shot. Femke Hermans.
You see when this one lands, it was the hook and
backed her into the corner of this. You see her roll underneath here now, and she both came back with the left hook, but you see here both of them throwing left hooks at the same time. But Savannah beats her to it.